Okay, so I have been sober for about 4 years, and at 21, 22, I was completely addicted to alcohol. And I did a Librium taper. I tapered several times and always went back to alcohol over and over again. It wasn't until I knew that alcohol was going to kill me and it was not helping me with anything and it wasn't enjoyable anymore. Once it was that, I didn't go back anymore. When you're addicted to alcohol, I would constantly make the active choice to drink. When I would go out I was only 21, 22 years old. I would make the active choice to drink alcohol. I would be like, I have a couple days free. I'll just go buy some large Arnold Palmer's and some vodka or whatever else from cheapest alcohol I could get from wherever, right? And just have a time. And I had my specific things. I was making the active choice every single time. I can remember the moment I made the choice to go back. Every time I was sober for a week and I made the choice to go back. And then I got to the point where I couldn't go 3 days. I couldn't go 2 days. And then I couldn't even go a day. And then I couldn't even go 12 hours. And I wasn't doing anything but drinking alcohol. Literally. Nothing but drinking alcohol. Nothing. Like literally. And once I got to that point, it was nothing but pain all the time. Literally. I was drinking alcohol and I was in pain drinking alcohol. Everything was painful and not fun. It was literally just constant pain. And I got sober. 2020 came around. I was working in the medical field and I was one of the first people to get COVID. And I ended up on life support, blah, blah, blah. I was only 22 years old, ended up on life support. And I just turned 23, like literally that month. And into that year, I started getting better after I got off life support. And I went back to alcohol twice. And I was so ill. And that time I could barely even walk, like literally. And I still went back. I still made the choice to go back to alcohol. Because in my brain, I said, oh, somehow if I could get alcohol, what if alcohol helps me or something? If I go drink, what if it helps me with this disease that I have? This disease that I had at the time. I didn't know what it was. It ended up being dysautonomia. And the perpetual cycle of alcohol, and I knew what it was, but at the same time, I didn't have the formal diagnosis yet, which I should have had when I was a kid. And I went back to alcohol 2 days. One day I went back to alcohol, somehow made it to a liquor store. I was so sick. And I still wobbled around in a liquor store and bought a bunch of alcohol and put it in my closet. And then I drank for like 2 days straight. And I ended up in the hospital. And it nearly killed me. Like it had gotten to the point where my heart rate was through the roof. Like I was super ill. It didn't make any sense what I was doing. And then after that, I never drank again. My life didn't automatically get better because I quit drinking, but that's a excuse that so many people make. Things did get better. They got drastically better. The alcohol, the reason I'm well and I still don't want to go back to alcohol. It's been 4 years. I say this because for me, it was forcible and it was very fast. I had the event and I can't go back to alcohol. My disease I would get really ill. It could kill me, everything like that. That is how most people have to really see it. Really, you have to see alcohol as it may kill you. It's detrimental to your life, all this other stuff. But also, it doesn't have this hold over you. You're not just helplessly addicted to alcohol. The alcohol, you're making the active choice to drink alcohol. That is why you're addicted to alcohol. It's because you're making a choice. You are choosing to drink alcohol. That is the reason why.